Okay, all things online parties. So I know Kelly Jo has done a lot of online parties, and Sarah Ives has done a couple, or maybe more than a couple. She's been in for a while. Elisa, just shake your head, yes or no. Have you done an online party before?
I haven't done an online party, but Amy did a launch party. That's how she did her launch party, and it was awesome.
Okay, perfect. And Sarah, if you don't have your camera on, it's not going to show you on the recording. So I don't know if you want to be on, but I just learned that the other day. So the first thing I would tell you guys, and I want you guys to unmute if you have any addition, but the first thing I would tell you is, what is the purpose of your party? Is the purpose of your party to sign loyal customers? Is it to educate people? Is it to sign distributors? Is it to do a combination of both? Is it to do training? Like, you have to figure out what is the purpose of your party. Okay, and then once you figure out the purpose, you have to figure out what kind of engagement do you want. So are you going to make it so people comment on every post? Are you going to make it so they just read the post? Are you going to have check-ins, checkouts? Like, what is important to you? And I've done all sorts of different kinds of parties. And so it was actually interesting. Let me share my screen with you guys. I went back to my Facebook and looked up my very first It Works party. Okay. So this was back in 2015, and I actually didn't even do this one. My enroller set up this one for me and just made me a host. So I'm not even going to look at that one. But I'm going to come over here and show you guys. So February 10th at 6 p.m., 6 people went. Get Healthy, Be Happy, 5 people went. Have You Tried That Crazy Rap Thing? 6 people went. Turning Skeptics into Believers, 3 people went. Like, you can see, like, I mean, this was February 10th, March 18th, April 16th, June 25th. So I was doing them maybe like once a month. Okay. And let me just show you real quick. Let me move this if I can. Okay. I pulled them up. So here is Rap Party, February 10th. 6 people went, 13 invited. I'm doing a killer Valentine's Day rap deal, $25 for your first rap and $15 to do a follow-up rap 72 hours later. That was my party. That's all that was in there. Like, no. I mean, obviously it was at my house, but yeah, that was my very first party I did on my own. Cool, huh? Okay, and then I did Get Healthy, Be Happy. I wrote a little bit more. This is more than a rap party. Yes, we'll have raps on hand, but we also have lots of samples for you to try and drawings for free stuff. Come learn about products that will help you on your journey and try samples of them. It will be a fun night. Hope you can make it. Bring a friend and get $5 off your wrap. So a little bit more, right? And then I did Have You Tried That Crazy Rap Thing? Okay, same thing, a little description, but this time I actually made a post in the party. Still not good. And then here, Turning Skeptics into Believers. Oh, look, there's a post on how to rap. And there is some more information. So, like, I'm slowly but surely, like, there is some information. I've done this for 6 months. I'm still shocked. Like, you guys, if I did this and still hit Emerald in 6 months, like, you guys are golden, right? And then and then let's get into a little bit more of an actual online party. So obviously those were to set up for a party at my house. Okay, so then July 19th, I actually have a team underneath me now. So we've got 31 went for maybe 45 invited. We actually have people on here. And I started out with, thanks so much for accepting the invite to this online party. I'm excited to share this with you. So when they actually came to the party, they had like a hello, thank you for coming message, right? And then, and apparently I posted it twice. So that's cool. Party starts in 15 minutes. So I was like letting them know it was about to start. And then I created my own photo-fi picture, just kind of explaining that I was skeptical. And then Kelly Jo, you weren't in the business yet, but you might have been invited to this party. You probably were as a guest. And then I share a little bit about myself. When I became a distributor, I was a mom, a coach, teacher, a wife. So I'm being more intentional, right? And then they're the 3 things that people want to know when they usually get started in this order. Do you really make money? Do the products really work? And what do you have to do? And so then I go through, what do you do? Do the products really work? Do you really make money? And then I hope this answers your questions. And then, did you just make money? Like, Not great. And then these next two are really funny because it's a combination of what you just saw, except for now I'm adding in more value. I'm adding in more content. And then finally this last one, which was October 25th of 2015. So this is Kelly Jo's enrolling. Look, there you are. Like down here, now we're getting into, you still see the same picture back from June, right? You still have these 3 questions, but now I've got results, and now I'm talking about customers versus coworkers, so building your team. I'm having other people post in here talking about their wins, talking about what's your excuse, do the product still work, place for questions, so that way there's some engagements, what do I do? And I'm having my team comment in the chat, is this business right for you? And then talking about some specials and deals. So I guess the purpose of showing you guys this stuff is to show you that the only way you're ever going to get better at parties is by doing them. That is the only way. And hopefully you can learn from all of these mistakes and start off way better than I did when I first started. And so I'm going to just show you some better ones. Okay. So all these were the first year that I joined. And you can just see that like they didn't even start out with cover photos. Like they were all just like blank, not very much interaction, right? And so then as I get into 2016, all of them have background photos. There's more people that are going to them, like 63 went, 58 went, 24 went. It Works info party at 8 p.m. So that was probably at my house. Let me see if I can think of one that would have been right here. And It Works online party. So I didn't look at these ones. Let me close all these out and show you like midway through my business what that party looked like. Okay, so It Works online party. And then you can see like online distributor training. I did distributor trainings for my team online. If you guys have never done that, you could easily create a distributor training that's just for your new distributors and taking them through stuff. Some of them are for products. Right here, Jacqueline's online wrap party. So she wasn't close to me, so I created an online party for her. Candace's online launch party, Destiny's launch party. And what's so nice is that you can just reuse that stuff. So here is It Works online party. 51 were invited, 12 went, 1 maybe. And if I scroll through these posts, you'll see that
Hi
these.
everyone, I'm just jumping on.
Hello. You'll see that all these pictures came from like corporate. So, hey everyone, I want to say thanks for accepting the invite. I introduce myself because I'm the host. Check in with the person who invited you. Here are 4 sections, and look at how old these pictures are, you guys. These were our legit pictures when we started, okay? That's what the wraps look like. Then we've got defining gel, cleanse, screens, fat fighters. And you guys, all this stuff literally came off the website. Copy pasted off the website. I took a picture from corporate, going through each of the products and what they do. Now there wasn't a call to action. This was just a read through the slides and look at them. Like there's hardly any likes, any comments. But you can kind of go through and read about everything that we have and then talk about the packs, talk about the loyal customer program. And then I said, if you have any questions, let me know. So still not great, but sure a lot better than those first ones. And now we'll get into 2019. So ones recently, and you can see how they've kind of changed.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yes, please.
You just made a comment about it there not being a call to action. So are you saying that it's better to have a call of action? Or are you just trying to say that some of these parties that you do are different, maybe just be more informative versus interactive? Is that right?
Exactly. Yep. If you want them to be more interactive, then you've got to give a call to action. If you're just going to share a bunch of information, then that's your choice too. Like, I mean, there's no right or wrong. That's why I said at the very beginning, you got to know what's your purpose of doing the party. But now you guys can see that the more I'm in this business, there's like a party on the 4th. There's a party on the 12th. There's a party on the 18th. There's a party on the 20th, the 2nd, the 10th, the 11th, the 18th. Like I'm partying all of the time. And it was so weird. The other day I didn't have an event in my bank. Like I had nothing that I was hosting. And I was like, this is so weird. I always have something that I'm hosting. And so that's why I threw together this sample party at my house today, because I wasn't hosting anything. I didn't have a party this week. And so let's see, let's throw a fit. 33 went. So I assume that is an online party. And then we'll do It Works Products and Business. This was August. And then I really like this one that we did, A Day in the Life of the Wrap Girl. Do you remember that, Kelly Jo?
I remember that. That was so much fun.
That was so much fun. And that was like the whole entire team did it. Oh, right here, Days in the Life of a Wrap Girl. Okay, so I'm going to open up that one too. Okay, so this is It Works Online Party. It basically looks the same as the last one that I just showed you, except for there was a couple more products in there. Oh, that was the one I just did show you. That's why. Okay, let's throw a fit. Last year it was all about what the fit. And so that's what we called them. And then this was a public party. All those other ones were private. So what's nice about a public private party is that everyone can see it. And so in this one, health goals. So here's my call to action, drop the emoji, and so here's just a little picture that I made, free wrap drawing for those that comment and attend the event. So I'm increasing engagement by offering something. What the fit? And there was a video talking about, this movement to get healthier. And then here was your pack. So you had the number 1, the Fit 5, the Fit 15, the Fit 30, talking about those. And that you get to download and do the Fit coins, find your distributor's link or become a customer today. There's more about the Fit coins and then more details. So this one, I just did a live video to explain it all. Instead of doing a whole bunch of picture posts, I did a live video, which look, you guys, 534 views. I didn't even invite that many people to the party, right? So live videos are extremely powerful. And you guys, if I comment on this, I bet it bumps it back up into everyone's newsfeed and I could get some more customers. So I can just be like, hey everyone, and it's gonna bump it back up. Hey, boom. I don't even know what I said in that video, but I'm sure it was awesome. Then let's throw a fit. So here I'm talking about one that's at my house. Then we're talking about savings. And so like this one was a little bit different. Mostly it was just live video and information. It Works Products and Business. Now you can see like the quality of picture is definitely better than it was when we first started. Once again, here is a public one. And you can notice it went from August 22nd to August 26th. I usually like to start them on Thursday and have them go till Sunday or Monday because Friday's usually payday. Saturday, people are kind of busy, but Sunday, they've got all the time in the world. So it's a great day for follow-ups, for information, or to say, hey, like, make sure you go back and look through that stuff. Here was one where it's like, let's see your results. So in the comments, we all posted our results, what products are on your wish list. And then this one is more about results, like showing people before and afters. So then that way, instead of talking about, like, this is what Hair, Skin, and Nails is, I'm showing you what this is what Hair, Skin, and Nails does. And so this party was mostly all about before and afters. And then I think at the beginning it had, so like skin, talked about all of the skincare and it just showed skin there. And then in the comments was all the information. So Keto Works, in the comments was all the information, lifestyle, and then greens. So I've done that before where I just make one post. And then down here, I have these little pictures that I've made with my own personal results that I share with people. Now with Facebook algorithms, if you can get people to like, if you can get people to comment, if you can get people to stay on a post longer, they measure all of that stuff. And so more people will be able to see it. They're going to bump it into more people's feeds when it's a public party. Okay. And then this one was really fun. I'll just have this one be the last one. Cause obviously you guys were on my last party and I like that last party because it was like, drop a star if you could benefit from this. Drop a chocolate or strawberry if you would prefer berry or chocolate greens. And like, that was like a really engaging party because people were commenting. And we knew what people could benefit from. So this party was kind of fun. It was a day in the life of a wrap girl. And so as a team, we all committed that we were going to basically share a day in the life of us working the business. And so people just went on whenever they wanted and shared what they were doing. Like, here you are, Kelly Jo, you don't remember this? So let me scroll real quick. And like I said, this will be the last one I show you. Oop. I made Rap Cash that day, so it was perfect to have an online party. Oh, look, there's Sarah Ives and her toes. Okay, it's super slow. So I'll just kind of start from here. Oh, no, that's Beth. Okay, so here was Beth talking about, how she's working her business from anywhere, Siri, at day one in the life, and sharing an alarm clock, what we do, how we post. Here's Sarah's, talking about a memory jogger, Tay, wearing her clothes, making cash, drinking greens, taking products, stories. Like, it was just kind of fun. And then towards the end, I talked about how we actually make money and that kind of thing. So let's go over some questions. I know that was a lot of information.
Can first again. Ha. Okay, so you do events versus a group. So what are the pros and cons of doing a group versus just an event?
So I will tell you that I've never done a group. So I can't personally tell you. But I know that I'm part of so many groups. I want to rip my hair out. And so the last thing I want to do is be a part of another group. So the last thing I want to do is create another group. And groups are forever. A party starts and ends. And so I'm part of other MLMs who have invited me to join their group, which was a party. And then the party ends and the group is still there. And so I leave it. I hide notifications so I don't get notifications to it because I already have enough notifications in my phone. So I don't need to know when that group is posting and what's going on in there. But with an online party, when it's over, but they can still go back and look at it, but it just is in the event section, not in their group section. Anybody else have anything have you guys been added to another party or event like that?
I tried a group one time and it was weird because people were like inviting people to the group and then people were getting upset about groups, and I don't know, it just wasn't. I like if you're going to do a party for it, like Tamika said, to start and end, because I have groups for other things because I want them to last for a long time. Or like a party, I think the longest you can do it is 2 weeks. That's what it used to be, was 2 weeks. And so for like my Biggest Loser challenge, I went in a month. So I had to do a group so that it could be a month. And now we just have one for the whole year. But for a party, like you usually want that. Well, I shouldn't say usually, but usually there's some sort of call to action where, like, even if you're being informative, you want them at the end to order. But if it's a group, it's just going to continue to go on. And then they can just say, leave group and never come back. And so you don't want them to do that either. Because when people leave your group and say, like, don't add me back, Facebook bumps you down like that you must be annoying people.
And you asked if I can add you to the parties. You can't add to a party that's been closed.
I think also for groups versus parties, with a party, the intentionality of it is different because you're inviting your team to invite people, you're reaching out to more people, versus when you have a group, you're just kind of maintaining, posting things daily. But when you have a party, you're intentionally reaching out and getting more people to engage with it and inviting your team to get more people to engage with it. And then there's a sense of urgency because, this party is only today, or it's only this weekend, or, whatever the case may be. Then people feel like they, need to get the information now and they need to do something about it now versus, I have the group and I can interact with the group later.
I get all those. And that's awesome to know. I like the fact that I know that Amy did a group, because I think she was patterning it, and tell me if I'm wrong, Amy. we patterned because had never been part of a party yet. And when she did it, we had just been a part of Usborne Books. And I think they do groups, right, Amy? Aren't they groups? I don't know if she can talk.
Sorry, yes, they do groups. And they just say on there that they're going to close out the party. And what they do is they try to get people, like the guests, they have one person, and that one person will send invites out to their friends to come to the party. And then after the party's over, they go to the website to order. And once, like, say they make $300 on the party, the host that invited all those friends gets whatever free for that party. So that's really what I based my launch off of.
But do you know why they chose to use a group rather than make it an event?
Yes.
Do you know why? Do you know what the reasoning is behind that?
Behind them using the group?
Rather than an event?
No.
So in groups, it has other functionalities. Like in groups, you can create do posts. You can do a lot more in groups.
That was one big thing that I did is I scheduled all of my posts. So then when I was in there doing the party, I was responding to everybody's, because I had a lot of call to actions on my party. So I just that's what I was watching for, is everybody's response to the posts itself.
Yeah. And so, I don't think it matters. I mean, you just need to try it out and see what you want to do. I mean, honestly, for me, groups stress me out, which is why I just try not to. I'm already a part of so many that I don't want to create a Facebook group for a party, because I do so many parties that I don't want to manage all those groups. I want it to end and then I do anyone. So that's my own personal opinion.
But you can go back into those parties because you had those events. And because my big thing is just the time to put these parties together. I do not know how you do this.
Okay, so let me tell you that. Let me tell you real quick, okay? And I'll share my screen with you guys. I've done a lot. And when I choose to put it on my 6 list that I'm doing a party, and it's one I haven't done before, it usually takes me 2 to 3 hours to develop the material that I want to have. Okay? And so, but once I have it, then I have it. So on my computer here, I have one called Parties. And so I have Fit for Fall, Get Paid, Product Information, Product Party, Results Party, Try It Online. And so like these were like my old ones. So like Fit for Fall, I actually did this last fall. And these are the posts that I use. And it goes in order 1 through 31. And then I have this Word document that goes along with it. So post 1 has words to it. Post 2 has words to it. So it's already been created. The most recent one that you guys were all a part of was Try It Online. And so here are the pictures that I've created. So, thanks for coming to the party. Here's who I am. That's post 1. You're the best. Invite your friends. There's post 2. Good morning. Here's your check-in. Comment below who invited you. And then body transformations. And I put some before or afters. And then ask them, what are you looking for? Beauty transformations, some before and afters. Ask them what they're looking for. And then I went through and posted these pictures. I mean, you guys have seen them before. Just talking about, I took the product info outline and then put some other pictures there, which it's not loading because my computer's super slow. And then, just everything I need is right here for the party. I have the cover photo right there, and I have the Try It script. So what I say, just right here. And so a lot of people will be like, oh, if you already have it, like send it to me. Well, number one, it gets you so excited when you create your own material. If you just regurgitate something that somebody else has done, it's not your own. You're not really going to learn from it. You're going to be like, oh, it didn't work, but it wasn't mine. Just anyway, And so there is power in seeing what other people have done. And sometimes there is power in not reinventing the wheel, but you will learn so much more by creating your own your own party. And so like, here's mine, you've got product info, hair, skin, and nails, drop a heart if you'd benefit from this. Product info, cleanse, drop a poop if you would benefit from this. And that's just kind of what I have there. So I have just it all under this section called parties just on my phone. And as I create more, then I just add them in here. Like here's an online party script. And then each one of these ones have it too.
Okay, another question.
Mhm.
So
That's why I'm so glad you're on.
yeah, I'm the question lady. I see the value. I know what you're saying about creating because I am a creator and I create a lot of things. But I'm now at a point in my life where having the time to create is a lot harder. Thus why I've loved having scripts and the Pack Bank of Knowledge, because again, it gives me a jumping off point. So I can take a script and I can manipulate it and massage it to make it like mine. Don't you think that could be valuable to have some kind of starter party script pack that has, to give somebody that's maybe not even creative or a jumping off point that they can copy and paste and do and massage so that they can create their own party? Because I think we may get a lot more parties. She's scratching her nose. She wants to say something. Go, Kelly, talk.
You finished. No, I thought you were done, so I started, and I was like, oh, she's not done. Okay.
So basically that's all I was just trying to say is that I think there's value for people that are maybe would run and actually do this if they knew how to just start and do it.
Okay, so you guys all just saw the parties that Tamika had done pre-Kelly Jo joining It Works, right? They were a couple posts, okay. So then I started October 20, I can't even remember right now, 28th, something like that, the end of October 2015. And I was 2 weeks in the business and I was like, how do I do a party? And Tamika's like, oh, I just have Kristen Rocher do them for me, which was her enroller. And so she's like, just come to this one. And I went and I was like, well, I kind of like that. So what I did was I just copied all of Kristen's stuff and changed it into my own. And then I did my own party 2 weeks in, and I don't even know, I signed 6 customers. And remember, I had joined the business to quit. I had no idea what I was doing. I had never done a Facebook event at all. No idea what I was doing. And I joined to quit. That's why I joined. So all of a sudden, Tamika's like, whoa, what is happening? And I'm like, I don't even know right now. I can't even keep up. And I signed all these people. And guys, I just signed a customer at the beginning of this month from that party way back November, 7th. She just said, do you remember that party that you did? And I looked back. I'm like, oh my gosh, that was my first party. And she just signed up as a customer. And so I'm still reaping the benefits of just jumping in and doing it. And I didn't even know anything about the products. I hated the products. They didn't work because I didn't work them correctly, but that was my mindset. And so you can even look at, because we've all been invited to Tamika's parties. Well, I hope so at least. And so take what she's done and look at it. And really the first time, just go copy the information off the website or go look at what Tamika did and then copy that. Just because I think it is so time consuming. And I'm going to be honest with you. I have given my team the entire script of what to post. These are the things that happen. People realize it's not them posting and they're like, this is all just copied and pasted from somewhere, or they never do it. And I took all the time to give them that information and they're not invested in it. And so when you create your own, you're invested in it and it's your baby. And it does take a long time, you guys. And I am not the most creative person in the world, but I had the best party that we did. It was the best thing. And I got rid of my post my party. It's something we used to have. It's not, don't ever do it anymore. It's terrible now. But when I deleted my post my party, it deleted that party and I totally should have saved it. But I had made all these little collages and people had to guess what the products were and they earned points for guessing. And it was so much fun. And it took me a long time to create that. And I didn't really want to do it, but I knew that my team needed something else. And so we did that. And it was so much fun. And I'm not creative. I'm not good at it. I'm not a green. So I have no idea what anything does or why it does it. I just know that it does it. And so I am not the best party person, but I've learned okay, if I watch what Tamika's doing and turn it into my own, or I watch what this person from this other business is doing and I turn that into my own. And that's another thing that I've done is I've gone to other people's parties and I've said, I'll come to yours if you come to mine. And even if all we ever do is interact on each other's parties, it's boosting it up for both of us. And we're both getting ideas, which is awesome. So those are some tips that I would say. Just jump in, just do it. Go to the website, it has all the information you need. All you need to do is get your little Bitmoji and type in what you want and just have those be your pictures. And then go to the Teamwork Equals Dreamwork page and get some results pictures and post those in the comments. And you're
Well,
done.
now they're in our Connect app. So
Yeah, that too. Like they're right there.
but I think
But your point too, you went and copied her party. And that's what I did today is I took Amy's, and I was going to at least get ideas. And that's what I was thinking. And I don't know. And maybe what I would do is create a group just for my distributors with a party that they can get ideas and then tell them as part of their instructions is make this your own now. Now take this, go put it in an event and make a party. But I want to be able to train because I think, like you said, you guys are having success with this, but for people, like you said, that have a hard time. And Tamika, you're not inviting all of our distributors. And I mean, I guess, are we open or do we just invite all of our distributors and people to your parties and then they'll have access to them to see what you're doing?
we do a pack party at the very beginning of every month. I mean, there has been a party every month since
October.
There's been a team party, and you're right, I can't invite everyone, but I invite all of every person that I can possibly think of, and it's their job to make sure that their team gets invited. But there's been a party at least once a month, and I've switched it up. I think my last two parties were similar, the one in February this month and January, they were similar. Because I just barely created that one for January, but the one in December was different from the one in October, which was different from the one in November. And so I'm doing the parties, and people that are on the team calls that check the pack document, the links are in there. I always put the links in there, and on the team calls, I'm always saying, hey, there's a party, and Kelly Jo, when she's doing her half hours, we always coordinate and say, hey, make sure that we're taking 10, 15 minutes to message people to invite them to the party. So the ones who are showing up are the ones who are getting the information.
Right,
and
I'm getting the information from our calls and I pass it on to my groups.
But if everyone's not doing that, then we lose people for sure.
Right, exactly. So at least they have the links to be able to go back if they were invited to go and look at it.
Yeah, and I always I've always posted the link in our Leader of the Pack chat too, since we've gotten that, like, hey, party's up. Make sure you check the pack document to send the invites. And that's the other thing is that when we first started this, we mass invited everyone. We went down our Facebook list and invited 300 people. Now we're being way more intentional and sending out personal messages like, hey, our team's doing an online party. You're going to get to learn about the products and a little about the business. Is it okay if I send you an invite? And we're actually like intentionally messaging people and trying to get 10 to 20 people to say yes. Because if we have hundreds of people in this party, then they don't feel like anybody. But if you personally invited 10 people and those 10 people showed up, you're going to take care of those 10 people. And so it's not about a matter of mass. It's a matter of, okay, now that we have the systems in place, we can do parties more often. And so we can intentionally invite people and treat them like actual people and taking care of them and making sure that they're getting the information because it's okay because the ones who couldn't make it this week can be on the next one. And so I've tried to do one once a month for the whole entire team, which if you've ever been invited to it, you can go to your past events and you'll be able to still see all the posts and scroll through it. So just like Kelly Jo said, you can copy and save the pictures, you can save the scripts. And so Elisa, you should be able to go back to the one in December and November because I'm pretty sure you were on those. And then the other thing about what you said about making a group for your team to see it, I think that's a great idea. However, for me personally, when I do parties, I get bored of doing the same one, like after like 2 or 3 times. And so I want to mix it up. I want to do things differently. And so that's why I don't mind doing one for the whole entire team at the very beginning of the month. But I think that there's power in having you guys do them for your teams, especially come the end of the month or as you have new distributors. Like you saw in mine, I did an online launch party for all of my new people that I couldn't get to their house. I just did a party for them based on their market and their needs. So they would tell me like all of my friends, like all of them are in high school or all of them are in college. They don't really need to lose weight. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to focus on weight loss. I'm going to focus on the skincare, energy, other things that would be good for them. Like I would do at a party, but I'm doing it online. And so just to go back to the very beginning is number one is what is your purpose of the party? And I challenge you all to do a party this month for your teams to finish out the month strong And so if I were doing it, I would create it tonight or tomorrow, and I would set it up to go from now till the end of the month. And I've done like month end closeout, and I have targeted like my post of being like, this retails at this, but those of you who sign up during this party are going to get it for this. This retails at this, but those of you that are coming to this party and who want it are going to get it for this. And it's the 40% off, you know, talking about the customer program. And so it's a sense of urgency, a sense of value, sharing before and after pictures, because all of you guys have new team members and we want them to get their 5 customers, but you also have a lot of volume to fill so you can hit your promotions for the month. And so having a sense of urgency, creating your own packs, and then letting your team share. Like you could just have a share day. Like, hey, I want you guys all to post in the party why you joined. Or I want you guys, like me and Kelly Jo and Sarah have done this before, where we partied around the US, and Kelly Jo went live in Minnesota and talked all about the skincare line, and Sarah Ives went live in Virginia and talked all about the body line. And like we kind of like threw the ball back and forth all night long to all these different states, and they would each do their own piece. So we planned it out, and that was really fun. Do you want to say something, Kelly? You're unmuted.
I didn't even realize I was still unmuted.
Oh.
But to answer Sarah Ives' question, I know what she uses. She uses Photofy, PixArt, and WordSwag mostly, right? Sorry.
Yep, on my phone.
The ones where you have like you with like you have the product information in the middle and then like a picture of you and maybe before and after results or something down the side and like borders around it.
That is Photofy, PixArt, and WordSwag, all of them.
Okay, cool.
I like have to do a combination of everything to make it complicated. Okay, any other questions, you guys?
I have a question.
Yes.
So say we were to start our party tomorrow and then do it till the end of the month. How do you like delegate what you're going to post about each day? Or do you just like post all the information in one day and then kind of like leave the rest of the week for people to look at it? Or do you just post something new every day? Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure. And I think it goes back to what's your purpose of the party. There are days where I do it all in one day and I post like once every hour. I set an alarm on my phone and make sure that I post every hour. There are times where I don't have time for that. So I sit down and I make all the posts in 1 hour. I make them all in 1 hour. There are times where I've stretched it out where on Monday I do body, on Tuesday I do greens, on Wednesday I do lifestyle, on Thursday I do keto, and I've stretched it out that way. I keep in mind what is the day and what are other people doing. So today is the 23rd. Most people on Sunday are going to be on their Facebooks. Sunday is a great day to get information that you want people to read or watch videos. Monday, nobody's going to be on Facebook. Like everyone's back to work. They're busy with life. Tuesday night, maybe some people will be on. Wednesday night, maybe some people will be on. Thursday night, Thursday day, maybe a little bit more because we're getting to the end of the week. But Thursday, some people get paid on Thursday, so that's payday. So I would try and get like the informational part done with first, and then using Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to generate urgency, value. And the other thing that's really cool too is saying thank you. Like somebody from the party orders and writing a thank you in the party. Like, thank you so much for your order, on a Monday or on a Tuesday or on a Wednesday. So then that way people can see that they're ordering, and you can give that call to action on Sunday. That's like, now that you have all the information about the products, I'm going to be posting some specials we have going on this week. There's only going to be 5 available. So you have to be one of the first to comment me. So be on the lookout, and then maybe Monday you're like, Thermal Fight and Fat Fighters normally cost $78. Right now you get it for this much. First 5 to comment me, get it. Plus a free pack of coffee, or you know what I mean? Like throwing a freebie there. But with it being the end of the month and tomorrow being Sunday, and then, having 4 weekdays, you got to make sure that at night you're in there, because that's when people are going to be on their phones, is in the evening for the most part.
I want to say something else too. If you don't have time to make all the photo pictures and make all the posts, I've had parties where I haven't had time to do that. So one of the most successful parties I've ever had was I made a check-in post where like people had to check in and they had to check out to be entered to win in a little sample bag. And all it was like keto coffee, greens, energy, and collagen. Well, we didn't even have collagen yet. So it was just those 3. And that was all I was going to give, was that little thing. But I made that such a big deal that they were going to get those free ones. And I made my little post about it. And then I was posting on my Facebook about like, who wants this free thing? Who wants this free thing? Who wants this free thing? And then I just went live. And I went live. It was about 45 minutes. And I just talked about all the products I had on hand. And I just talked a little bit about them. And like I said, I'm not a green. I don't know all the information. Like I don't. And I've been using some of them for over 3 years. But I know what they've done for me. And I know what they've done for other people. So I just talked about that on my live and showed the product like there and was goofy in my like self. And then I had my checkout post. And so I think if you don't have the time or you're really nervous about it, like most of us should be, you should be going live. If you're not, you need to. So you don't have to make it this big grueling deal where you're like, I don't know how to do this. So if you're really good at going live, go live or make a funny video about like 2 products and then make another video and then make another video, it doesn't have to be information that people have to read through. You make it
really
what
glad
works
that you
for
said
what
that.
you have time for.
I'm really, really glad.
Yeah, she just reminded me I did like a live party when I first started, and I just did different, like I went live for a couple minutes and talked about defining gel, and I went live for a couple minutes and talked about ThermoFit and just the stuff that I had, and just did different ones every few minutes and asked people to interact and stuff like that.
I've done that too, not in an event. I've just done it on my Facebook and said like, it's party time, and I've rapped live right there, like my big old whale gut hanging out, like everything. Like it doesn't have to be this great big scary thing too. And I just invited my team and everybody was commenting and interacting, and it was just on my Facebook page. So like it doesn't have to be this great big scary thing for your first time. Like just think of what's going to make me the most comfortable. Because if you're uncomfortable and scared and worried, that's what you're going to project about it. So have fun with it, because they are fun. They're not scary. They're not this big deal that like only people that are like really creative can do. Like you find what works for you and do that, and then just get better and better and better. Like I love that Tamika showed us her progression. Like look at that. Her first one didn't even have any posts in it, you guys. Like it was just like, come and I'll wrap you. Like so, and that's great. Like it's perfect because she jumped in and did it. And so if she hadn't done that, she never would have done what she's doing now.
Also a live event too. She was actually having an event at her house that was a way on Facebook to help invite people. So that was good too.
Well, and hold on. One thing though is I forgot I had never really done an online party. I always went with my upline. They always did it. Then Kelly Jo started doing her own, and I was like, what the heck? And so I was like, I better start doing parties. If my downline's doing parties, I better start doing parties. So that's the reason why I did it. And so like you guys just starting to do it, like your team could catch fire and do something totally different, something totally creative, and empower them and be in their strength that they didn't even know that they had just by you trying. So go ahead. Sorry, Lisa.
No, that's all good. So if you're doing an event or a group or whatever, can you, like you said, you need to be on that event. Is there a way to do it where you've posted everything and they just scroll through it all? You don't have to be posting at different times? Okay.
Yep. And Bailey, the other thing too about what you said is like, I usually will like write it down on a piece of paper. Like I want to go over this first, and like I kind of have my own outline of like what information I want to present. And the information I want to present is based on the results that I want to get. So real quick, you guys, in the chat or unmute yourself, like we have how many days? 5 days left in this month. If you choose to do an online party, what is the purpose of your party going to be?
Bringing in 8,000 volume.
Yeah, I was about to say volume.
So that means your focus needs to be on packs and sharing how much money people are going to save when they order this. So it would not be in your best interest to say, here's ThermoFight, here's Fat Fighters, here's this, here's that, right? It would be in your best interest to find before and after results that have a combination of products and saying like, this normally retails for this, but if you join our customer program and order during this party, you're going to get it for this. And they're going to see that savings. They're going to see that value. And so however you need to create something like that. And then like Kelly Jo said, I've done parties where I literally take my phone around my house. I go in my bathroom and show everyone what's in my bathroom. I go in my kitchen, show everyone what's in my kitchen, just like wherever my products are, I like go in there and do that. And then we'll post packs or something like that. So if your goal is volume, then sense of urgency and volume packed packs, needs to be your focus and however you want to accomplish that. If your goal is to bring in distributors, what are some ways that appeal to you? Some people like all the information. Tell me what to do and how to do it and why I need to do it and all that. Other people appeal to success stories and they want to see what other people are doing. So if you're trying to use up your $20 codes and fill your boxes, then maybe your goal for this party is distributors, or maybe it's a combination of both. I mean, it's whatever you guys want. All right, anybody else? Thanks, Kelly, for all your insight. Okay, so if you guys need individual help, send me a message, but in all reality, you guys got it. Whatever you come up with is going to be perfect. It's your first party, so give yourself a break. And know that with every one that you do, it's going to get better. My number one thing that I'll say is, what's your purpose? Create your outline and make sure that it's going to accomplish your purpose. And then, invite your teams and set them up for success by giving them the right scripts to invite people, the right scripts for following up. And all of those should be in the pack document. If there isn't, then let me know and I can write some more and put them in there. Okay. Thanks for spending 46 minutes with me. This was way longer than I was supposed to be, but thank you.
No, it's good. Thank you.
Okay, bye.